thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Kim Ellis from Kim Ellis Embracing Souls, and I have a really wonderful friend of mine who I really value, and that's Cleo. Cleo, thank you for joining us today. And Cleo, I've known Cleo for a number of years, and we've become really beautiful friends. And we connect with each other, and we get into those gorgeous girly conversations, and we help each other out when things.
And she's been very patient with my accent.
Because I love her accent. And so we're thrilled this morning to have Cleo here on the couch with us as we go through about really understanding about everything has a frequency, everything has an energy and a vibration, and everything connects in together, which create our thoughts and so forth. So this is going to be a wonderful session this morning, and I know you're all going to learn so much, just like I love Cleo's advice. So bear with us, because I'm going to take her through a few conversations, because I don't want to miss any of her valuable advice that she shares with us all. So Cleo, how does vibration work? And does everything have a vibration?
Well, yes, everything has a vibration.
Okay.
Everything vibrates. We vibrate, animals vibrate, rocks, everything that has atoms vibrates.
Wow.
Basically,
okay.
Yes, everything vibrates. And even our senses are translating vibration in our bodies. So when you smell something, when you hear something, when you see something, it's all a vibration that we translate into our bodies, and we can read it, and then we translate it, we store it, and we label it. This is the smell of a rose, this is the smell of a dog, this is the sight of a sunset, this is the sun. I don't know, everything has a
so we put a name or a label to those things.
Yes, but we're normally and constantly translating what we see and what is around us.
I guess we have so many thoughts per second, and that's just, isn't it?
Millions.
They are millions of thoughts per second. Some of us have more, some of us have less, which is great. Okay, so when we come here, like when we come from source, do we lose the connection to what they actually call source? So when we actually come here, do we actually lose that connection?
Well, we come from a big energy source.
Yeah.
We all do. So when we come into this physical body, what we do is that we take a part of that energy and we embody it.
Yeah.
But we never lose that connection to what we came from. We can hinder it.
Yeah.
We can stop it for a while.
Yeah.
But we can never really cut it completely.
So we're always connected.
Always connected.
Always connected.
Yes, always connected.
Okay, so how do we know, when you talk about we can hinder it or what, how do we actually know that we're actually a bit disconnected from source? Because I know we're not always on. Sometimes we feel disconnected. And
we all do.
Yeah.
It's normal. It's natural.
Yeah.
In fact, that is called expansion. When you feel disconnection or when you feel a negative feeling, it's because you're in the verge of expansion. You want something different than what you're witnessing right now.
Yeah. So I guess if we get to this
so
pain,
when you see someone that is rude to you, you have the feeling of like, I don't like this. But then you create what you do want, what you do like, which is I want people to be nice.
Yeah.
And I want people to be nice to me.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's really a good thing that sometimes we have those negative feelings. The problem is when you don't get over them. Yeah. When you don't let them go.
Stuck in there.
When you get stuck in them.
Yeah. Sure.
So that is a big problem.
Yep. Sure. Yep. Sure. So what do thoughts have to do with the vibration though? So, like, what are those thoughts got to do with our vibration?
Before we do that, I just want to maybe put an example that I just thought about now. Just go back to vibration and to the source energy. Imagine that you have a big dam full of water, and that water is full of love and peace and nourishing feelings and happiness and contentment and all the beautiful things that you want in life. And from that dam, there is a hose connected to you. Yeah. Okay. When you have this feeling of anger, of envy, of victim or or abuse or anything like that, when you feel less powerful, is because you have grabbed that hose and you have kinked it.
Yeah.
So the flow stopped.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I meant when you are always connected to the source, but you can actually stop it by the way that you live.
Yeah.
Now.
And most of the time we probably don't do that intentionally. We just haven't worked a way to navigate around those thoughts.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we do it in a natural way. We don't need to study to do this, because we're going to learn along the way anyway.
Yeah.
Have you heard, like, old people, they all say, like, oh, if I had known what I know now when I was younger.
Yeah.
Or they say, like, oh, now I get it.
Yeah, sure.
I really get it. I should have not wasted this much time in this, or this much energy in this other thing. So you finally do get it, whether you want it or not, even when you're dying. And if you don't get it when you're dying, you will get it when you get up there and you come back.
Yeah.
But you will get it.
You'll get it.
That's why you come back, when you want to make sure that you got it.
Yeah.
So to be or to have well-being is, like, to set an example, is like when you feel these ugly feelings, these negative feelings, it's like holding a cork under the water.
Yeah.
So you can hold it for the time that you want, but the moment that you let go of the cork, it's going to float.
Yeah,
it's going to go up.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to come back to what is natural for it to be. And for us, well-being is natural.
Yeah. That's what we're meant to be, aren't we?
We're meant to
We're
be.
not meant to be in pain. We're not meant to be suffering.
No,
we're not meant to be sick.
Look, like, pain is good because it's a guidance system. For example, if I'm close to a stove and I put my hand in the hot stove and I don't feel anything, I'm gonna get bloody burned.
You're gonna end up with blisters.
So, but if I get close to the stove and I touch it and ow, it hurts.
Yeah.
I know I don't want to touch that stove anymore.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like our inbuilt
guidance
GPS.
system.
It is.
It's a guidance system. Feelings are for there.
Yeah.
Like are there for that, for guiding you, for telling you what you want and what you don't want, for telling you when you're connected to the source and when you're not.
Yeah.
When you're keeping yourself hostage in a dark place, and they say this doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't feel good, it's because it's not what you're meant to be feeling.
Yeah, sure.
So you're kinking the hose.
Yep.
Let go of the hose. Let the water flow. The natural well-being that is supposed to be in you and will always be in you will just happen naturally. You don't need to go and meditate for 5 hours or, like, go and rinse yourself with chlorine so you're clean. It's not about that. It's about just letting go.
Yeah.
Relaxing and just flow.
Yeah. And
just
I think
flow.
the thing is, as human beings, we feel as though we've got to be in control all the time. We have this thing around being perfect, or the perfect time in our life. Like, everything has to be perfect. There is no perfect time.
Well, there is inspiration.
Yeah, but there's no perfect. We've just got to learn to be in flow.
Yes,
because there is flow.
Yes,
we can't control it.
Yes, well, the only thing that you can control in life is the way you feel and the way you think.
Right. Yeah.
And that is the biggest problem in our society, because we're trying to control everything and everybody.
Yeah.
And we're trying to criticize everybody around us because we don't like the way they live.
Yeah. Or have judgment on people.
Or we tend to cast our opinion on everybody's life.
Yeah.
And what they're all doing. And that is such a waste of your energy, because they will always do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. And what's best for them at the time.
Well, some people, exactly. And some people haven't learned the lessons that you have learned.
Yeah.
We're all in different levels.
Yes.
Some people are just starting, and you have to respect that.
Absolutely.
Some people have come a long way, and they've come many times maybe, or even in one life they have learned a lot.
Yeah.
And that's also okay.
Yeah.
So you need to respect. It's like having a newborn baby, sitting them in a chair and giving them a piece of steak and say, come on, eat it.
Yeah.
The baby will just go, and you say, like, you are a loser. You don't know how to eat a steak.
Yeah.
you should know how to eat a steak. You have no idea. You're living wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, you have to give people little baby food first,
yeah.
and then it will be little pieces, and then there will be little pieces with something mashed, and there will be bigger pieces, and there will be to banquet.
Yeah.
And the same thing with studies. You know, you don't take a kindergarten kid to year 12 and say,
do that.
You know,
do the calculus. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to respect with everybody else, basically.
And I guess everyone's on their own journey, and everyone's at a different stage on that journey called life, and we're always learning, we're always growing, and you know, we're all at different stages of our life, aren't we? Really.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's now the thought part that you were asking.
Yeah.
So basically, thoughts are what really create our world.
Yeah,
the world that we live individually, and then when many individuals think or believe the same, they start changing the environment in different ways, whether it's for good or for bad.
For bad, yeah.
But everything that you create up here, eventually will be created in your touch and feel and smell reality.
Yeah.
If you think about this was one time an idea, your glasses was an idea, my earrings was an idea, the couches, everything was one time an idea.
Yep, sure.
And that someone actually believed in that and created it and had a physical form right now.
Yeah, perfect. So the more that you think about something, the more you attract. Is that right? In your thought process?
Yes, because thoughts have power. And imagine thoughts as being like as a pendulum. So it has momentum.
Yeah.
So the more you think about something, the more you attract it, because there is something called the law of attraction. And the law of attraction basically is what you think about, you bring about. So you can't, for example, to set an example, if I'm listening to 63.5 AM, I'm not going to be able to listen what's being broadcasted in 75.3 FM. Yeah. Because
different frequencies.
The frequencies have to match.
Yeah.
So you always attract what you think. However, you can think about something, but if you don't match it with the feeling of that thought, for example, I want to be a mother.
Yeah.
I've always dreamt about to be a mother, and I love that. However, every time I think about it, it makes me sad because I know that I might not be able to have children.
Yeah.
And what if I can't?
Yeah.
So so when you have those contradictions in the way that you're feeling, so you want something but you're really not sure that you're gonna get it, or you want something but you know that you might not get it, you want something but no one really gets it. So those contradictions slow down the process of giving you that is what you want.
Yeah. Okay.
So we end up like creating a tug of war inside ourselves that are constantly fighting what we want with what we believe we're going to receive, or we deserve to receive, or we for sure or not for sure are going to receive.
Yeah.
So that is very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I guess
to be consequent.
Yeah, I guess so many of us we feel like that we're in conflict.
All the time.
Our soul's in conflict, or we feel exhausted.
Yeah.
We're tired of being in this battle. I'm just so tired of all this, we hear that all the time.
And when you feel tiredness, it means that you're constantly swimming upstream.
Yeah.
Instead of going with the flow. So when you swim upstream, you get tired.
Yeah.
You just grab your boat, turn it around, go with the flow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be much, much better experience.
Yeah.
So it's very important when we were saying that a belief is a thought that you keep on thinking. When you do believe that you've been abused and you're so tired of being abused, but in the back of your mind you think that's all you're going to be good at.
Yeah.
And that story will repeat itself over and over, and that you always attract these losers, and that you always attract these bad friends or like backstabbers, or that you always, and the always is just a thought that you keep on thinking. And because the law of attraction doesn't feel pity for you, it doesn't go and say, oh, you poor thing, I know what you're going through, I'm gonna do it the other way. No, whatever you're thinking, whatever you put in your thinking and your intention is what you get.
Yeah.
And it's very clear. It's like the law of when you throw something up.
Momentum?
No. When the law of when
Gravity.
you throw the gravity.
Yeah.
The law of gravity. It's the same.
Yeah.
The apple doesn't go, I'm just gonna keep on going up because she wants me to go up. But no, it's a law.
Yeah.
You just abide by a law. And the law of attraction, it's a law as well.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go like, oh, poor thing, she's been abused 17 years, she deserves better. She goes like, oh, you're thinking about abuse and you're thinking that that's not gonna change? Well, there's more.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking about being like backstabbed and it's not gonna change? Oh, okay, there's more backstabbing.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's very unfair and very rude.
Yeah.
Oh, come, rude people, come here,
Yeah.
more for you.
Yeah.
So you get more of what you expect.
So you are the only one that can change it.
No one else.
No one else can
No
change.
one
No one
has
else can
that
change
power,
it.
and that's the part that we don't get.
Yeah.
We're so powerful.
Yes.
But we give away our power all the time.
Yeah. So
Because
true. So very true. I
it's
can put
like-
myself in that space many times
We
myself.
always feel that we are like this cork floating around with no control
Yeah.
on what we feel or what our life should be like.
But we actually have the power.
We are the only ones that
We have the only ones that have the power.
No one else has it. It's the same way that you cannot control anybody,
No,
not
no.
even your children. I
No.
mean, you can obliterate your children
Yeah,
for a little bit,
yeah.
or you can take the iPad away for a while. But eventually, they will do whatever they want to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's the same with your friends, and sometimes a friend that you've been friends for a long time, and you think you have trained her really, really well.
Yeah.
And then she goes and she does something really bad for you.
Yeah.
And you go, huh?
Yeah.
And I thought you were a friend.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that everybody's going through different processes, and sometimes you need to make those mistakes to see a better path.
Yeah. True. So
So
very
you need
true.
those stumblings. You need those trippings. You need those big rocks in the way. The problem is that when you create those rocks yourself,
Yes. Yeah.
and you keep on tripping over, you go, and it really hurts.
Yeah. But we keep
And
doing
source
it.
is going like, then stop creating rocks.
Find another way.
Exactly.
There's another path.
Exactly.
Always.
So it's very important to be connected to yourself.
Yeah.
And if it feels bad, it's because it needs to be changed.
Yes. Yeah. So that when you actually feel at most in pain or the most suffering is when you need to change.
Yes.
You need to change the path.
Yes. Well, Wayne
and-
Dyer used to say, when you look at things a different way, the things that you look at change.
That's so very true. I love that.
Because it's so true. You can look at something and say, oh, that is terrible. Or you can look at the same thing and say, like, that is really sad. However, I don't want that to happen anymore. And I'm going to make sure that is a lesson that I will never have to learn again.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So it's all up to you. And
Yeah.
we're all in this net of mixing and creating, and we get tangled with each other.
Yeah. We're all connected.
So we're all connected.
We're all connected.
But we're connected to the nature. We're connected to animals. We're connected to everything.
Yeah, sure.
But if you're coming from the point of anger and you stay there, or from judging and you stay there, more judging will come your way, and more people to judge will come your way, and more situations where you have to be angry about will come your way, because you attract what you believe, and you attract what you feel and you think.
Yeah, so true. So when we're at that point, when we feel so disconnected, what is one piece of advice? What's the thing that we can start to turn things around?
Well, the first thing to understand is that you can't change anybody's world by yours.
No.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
And that's also the most beautiful part of it all, because you are your own creator. You came here from energy source to create. Not to regurgitate, not to copy, not to repeat. You came here to create something. So the first thing you have to do is to reconnect with that, which is you.
Yeah, and how do you do that?
And how do you do that? You have to go back to basics, and you have to go to meditation and say meditation. Meditation doesn't mean that you sit in a room for an hour with your feet crossed, like going that's not meditation. You can meditate in your shower. You can meditate when you're going to in a bus, in a train. So meditation is just putting your attention into something that is repetitive. Any sound that is repetitive, could be a fan, could be your heartbeat, could be your breathing, could be a bird going, quick outside. It's just putting your attention in something that is not eventually a thought. In the beginning, you will go back to a thought very often. It's like, when you haven't been riding a bike and you're trying to go up a hill, you will push it for 2 meters and you will have to rest. Your concentration would not last for very long. It would last for only a few minutes. But even if you start with 2 minutes a day, even if you start with, I don't know, anything, even with just a relaxing thought, and then you increment it slowly, you will find that you will rediscover the peace that you can bring yourself, and you can connect with that love and that peace and that power that gives you to be in control of what you live. And then you start being that cork that different situations and different people keep on pushing to where you don't want to go. So if I go through a light and someone is really, really angry and anxious and beeping at me and going, showing me the finger and this and that, I can actually look at him and still maintain my cool and still maintain my level of peace and say, you know what, this is talking about who you are, not about who I am. And your world does not, interrupt mine at this point because I am very much imbalanced. Of course, it's not going to happen every day, every single time, because you're a human being and we're always connecting and disconnecting. But that's okay. But at least you can try to do that. So why meditation? With this, we're going to finish. So why meditation? Because when you meditate, you quiet your mind. We were talking about thoughts, and thoughts have momentum. So you need to quiet your mind, so that momentum, which is negative, because I imagine that the person wants to change that negativity, so you can't go and stop that pendulum. It's like stopping a car going or going backwards from a hill. You can't stand at the bottom of the hill and try to stop the car. It will crush you. So you have to go up the hill and like bump up against it if it's rolling back, and just slowly helping it to go down. The same thing with meditation, the same thing with thought. So when you have been thinking about abuse and sadness and loss and everything that, or frustration or anything that is negative in your life, you're not going to change it in one day.
No.
It will have to be a slow process, and it's okay that it's slow. But meditation quiets your mind. When you quiet your mind, you stop thought. When you stop thought is the moment that you unkink the hose that we were talking about, and that beautiful crystal water full of love can flow to you, and you feel replenished, and you feel in peace, and you feel in control of your feelings. That can be done 2 minutes a day, and then 15 minutes, and then whatever you want. You can meditate all day if you want to. I meditate 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and for me that's enough. And I do it when I can. It's not like, oh no, I need to go and meditate, and I do it when I can and when I want to. Sometimes you can meditate out in the garden and just like smell the flowers, touch the dirt. That's meditation too. It's connection with source. It's connection with everything that is around you. You don't need to go and sit in a room by yourself. You can connect with animals. Animals are the best helpers that we have around.
Yes, I agree totally.
They're always in their cool. And unless we have tortured them or taken them out of their balance because of pain or abuse. But animals are normally really stable, so it's nice to connect with them. The gardening, smelling something that you like, aromatherapy, it's beautiful. Like essential oils is just very good when you're trying to relax, when you're trying to go to that place, just to sit there, to smell something that's going to take you to that moment for you.
Yeah.
To that minute for you,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you can hear your heartbeat, when you know you're breathing, when you can start again.
Yeah.
You know, why can't this?
Yeah. And it is, as Cleo said, it's the best gift we can give ourselves, and it's where our answers will come.
Yes.
When we're in silence.
Yes.
It's not running around the place trying to solve it here or solve it there or fill it up here or buy that new pair of shoes or whatever. That doesn't make us happy. It's actually really just in silence that we find that.
Well, do you remember what we were saying about the radio stations that have too much?
Yeah.
Well, everything that is high there to help you, even ancestors, souls, masters, guides, spirit guides, they're all very, very high.
Yeah.
So you will never be open to listen or to receive an impulse or a teaching or a guidance from them if you're in this frequency.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you need to go up to where they are.
Yeah.
And then you can receive the information. It's not that you're going to start hearing voices.
No.
They're not going to be locking you anywhere. Well, if you do, maybe you have a talent.
Yeah.
But you will feel impulses. You will hear this call within you to say something like, okay, now I feel prepared. Now it's time. Yeah, now I'm ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready before, but now I'm ready. That's an impulse that comes from somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's just like giving you the strength to do it.
And a little push along the way. Sometimes we all need that little push.
Yes.
So there's so many gold nuggets in all of that.
Yes,
and I'm absolutely thrilled that Cleo joined us today. And if you'd love to get more of Cleo's wisdom,
that is not my wisdom, by the way.
No, okay, but some of her learnings that she's learned along the way.
And yes, I
from
have
other
many
masters,
yes.
many masters, like we all have. We all get information from different people. So, maybe there's something you need to unpack in your life. Maybe you're at a crossroads somewhere, or Cleo is a beautiful Reiki master as well. So we will put the link below. Cleo, thank you for joining us today. This is the first of many sessions. I love Cleo's wisdom. I have many conversations with her myself, and I really appreciate and value your words of wisdom. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for sharing those analogies with us, because, if you at a place, just check in to see whether your hose has actually got a kink in it at the moment. I love that. And it'll stick in my head. Her radio stations have stuck in my head for a long time. So thank you, Cleo. And so stay tuned for our next edition. Thank you for joining us today. Follow both myself and Cleo on Instagram, on Facebook and YouTube, and this recording will go up that you can share with others. So thank you again for being with us today. Bye for now.
Thank you.